Hey everybody, this is Preezy. Check out my website at www.listenuplistening5687.com. That's www.listenuplistening5687.com. You ready to chit-chat and all of that? You ready to vent, let it out? Well, come on now. Come on, collab with Preezy. Come on and be on Listen Up, Listen In as a guest. Contact me at 718-354-8405. 718-354-8405. You can also contact me by email, listenuplistening5687@gmail.com. One more time, listenuplistening5687@gmail.com. Let's get it. Hey, happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Listen Up, Listen In podcast. Of course, you know I am your host, Preezy. All praises to Jehovah God and Jesus Christ. Amen every day. And today I will be discussing slavery in America. Black history. Yes, Black history. Now, y'all know Miss Esther always got this. She has this episode locked down. But Miss Esther is off today. She's probably at the casino with Willie Earl, but that don't even matter. We don't care about that. We are going to discuss Black history, slavery in America, and on today's discussion, I will be talking about Nat Turner. So stay tuned, keep it up. Don't you change, don't you go nowhere now. Let's get it.
Tanya, you ready?
Listen up, listen in. 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 Thanks for tuning in. Let's have a conversation. Talking worldwide, it don't matter your location. What you going through and the topic may have relation. Let's get some motivation. Let's swap out education. Every Friday we heal, laugh, improve, and grow. Put some nutrients in your mind, give you food for the soul. I know you pumped and preparing for your weekend and low. Might as well join the discussion and tune into the show. Listen up, listen in. Listen up, listen in. Listen up, listen in. Listen up, listen in. Listen up, listen in.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in to Listen Up, Listen In podcast. I'm your host, Preezy. Now, before I start today's episode, I would love for you guys and gals to follow me on social media. Go to Instagram, Listen Up, Listen In 5687, and on Facebook, Listen Up, Listen In. You can also email me at listenuplistening5687@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, by following me on social media, you'll be able to see all the platforms my podcast is on. Wherever you consume my podcast, hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when a new episode is posted. Rate, review, and share this podcast. Now let's get back to Listen Up, Listen In.
I heard a loud noise in the heavens, and the Spirit instantly appeared to me and said the serpent was loosened. And Christ had laid down the yoke he had borne for the sins of men, and that I should take it on and fight against the serpent. For the time was fast approaching when the first should be last, the last should be first.
Who was Nat Turner? Nat Turner was an enslaved person who became a preacher and made history as the leader of one of the bloodiest enslaved revolts in America on August 21st, 1831. Following the insurrection, Turner hid for 6 weeks, but he was eventually caught and later hanged. The incident ended the emancipation movement in that particular region, and it led to even harsher laws against the enslaved. And while Turner became an icon of the 1960s Black Power movement, others have criticized him for using violence as a means of demanding change. Now, in Turner's early life, he was born on October 2nd, 1800, in Southampton County, Virginia, on the plantation of Benjamin Turner. And his mother was named Nancy. Now, there's no information really about his father. And Turner's owner, Benjamin, he allowed him to be instructed in reading, writing, and religion. So, as a small child, Turner was thought to have some special talent because he could describe things that happened before he was even born. Wow. That's deep. And some even remarked that he surely would be a prophet, according to his later confession. His mother and grandmother told Turner that he was intended for some great purpose. And Turner was deeply religious and spent much of his time reading the Bible, praying, and even fasting. And so over the years, Turner worked on a number of different plantations. He ran away from Samuel Turner, his former owner's brother, in 1821. And then after 30 days of hiding in the woods, Turner came back to Samuel's plantation, after he received what he believed to be a sign from God. After Samuel's death, Turner became the enslaved person of Thomas Moore, and then the property of his widow. And when she married John Travis, Turner went to work on Travis's land. And so the rebellion begins. On August 21st, 1831, Turner and his supporters began a revolt against white owners with the killing of his owners, the Travis family. Turner believed in signs and heard divine voices, and he had a vision in 1825 of a bloody conflict between black and white spirits. And 3 years later, he had what he believed to be another message from God. In his later confession, Turner explained, "The Spirit instantly appeared to me and said the serpent was loosened, and Christ had laid down the yoke he had borne for the sins of men, and that I should take it on and fight against the serpent." Yeah, that was his confession. Turner would receive another sign to tell him when to fight. But this latest message meant I should rise and prepare myself and slay my enemies with their own weapons. Turner took a solar eclipse that occurred in February 1831 as a signal that the time to rise up had come. He recruited several other enslaved people to join him in his cause. Turner gathered more supporters, growing to a group of up to 40 or 50 enslaved people, as he and his men continued their violent spree through the county. And they were able to secure arms and horses from those they killed. And most sources say that about 55 white men, women, and children died during Turner's rebellion. Well, initially, Turner had planned to reach the county seat of Jerusalem and take over the armory over there. But he and his men were foiled in this plan. They faced off against a group of armed white men at a plantation near Jerusalem, and the conflict soon dissolved into chaos, and Turner himself fled into the woods. And while Turner hid, white mobs took their revenge on the black people of Southampton. They took their revenge on the black people of Southampton County. I guess looking for Turner. Estimates range from approximately 100 to 200 African Americans. They were slaughtered after this rebellion. The death of Turner was that he was eventually captured on October 30th, 1831. So, let's see, he started this rebellion in August. So in 2 months, just about, approximately 2 months, he was caught. He was represented by lawyer Thomas R. Gray, who wrote down Turner's confession. And Turner pled not guilty during his trial, believing that his rebellion was the work of God. He was sentenced to death by hanging, and this sentence was carried out on November 11th, 1831. Many of his co-conspirators met the same fate. This incident put fear in the heart of Southerners and ending the organized emancipation movement in that region. And Southern states enacted even harsher laws against the enslaved instead. Wow. Turner's actions also added fuel to the abolitionist movement in the North. Wow. That was Nat Turner. Very deep. But they did more things to Nat Turner besides hang him. I believe he was burned, and his body parts were sold. Wow. Couldn't get no worse than that. A quote from Nat Turner. Nat Turner, October 2nd, 1800, November 11th, 1831, Southampton County, Virginia, Jerusalem, Virginia. I saw white spirits and black spirits engaged in battle, and the sun was darkened. The thunder rolled in the heavens, and blood flowed in streams. Thank you for tuning in to Black History, Slavery in America. And always remember, live, laugh, love. Love you first, because you can't love anything or anyone unless you love yourself first. Stay healthy, stay focused, keep God first in your life, and hug your family just a little bit tighter. Remember that. Love you, Mommy and Daddy, forever. Peace.
That concludes this episode of Listen Up, Listen In with your host, Preezy. Hey, yo, Preezy, tell them how to keep in touch, baby.
Go to Instagram, Listen Up, Listen In 5687, and on Facebook, Listen Up, Listen In. You can also email me at listenuplistenin5687@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, by following me on social media, you'll be able to see all the platforms my podcast is on. Wherever you consume my podcast, hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when a new episode is posted. Rate, review, and share this podcast.
Listen up, listen in. Listen up, listen in. Yeah.